This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3 in the NLT. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently. Excuse me. For it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom. I'm the brother Damar Agabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Excuse me. I got this video from Redacted, and the title is Truth is Coming Out in the UK, and it's terrifying. And it's dealing with the whole the real ID situation, the digital mandatory digital ID requirements, which is coming to the UK, which will eventually be here in America, and which, as we've been telling you, this is what's going to lead to the mandatory implantation of the mark of the beast, which is the micro C-hip. All right. And this whole situation with this digital ID is just the prerequisite. You see, and you got a lot of people protesting it. You got millions of people signing petitions. They're talking about going out and marching and trying to, fight against this mandatory issuing of digital ID. But one thing these people don't understand is that, hey, your marching is going to be in vain, because these elites already have it in their mind that this is going to be the system that they're bringing forth. And you're only going to have one or two options. You can march, you can protest, you can fight against it all you want to, but what are you ultimately going to do when this new system is just dropped? And either you're going to acquiesce, you're going to accept it, or not. And you're going to be starved, you're going to be killed, you're going to be shut out from society. You see, and we know this is all ultimately, because basically the digital ID is, the doorway into the MOTB. And once you enter into that doorway of getting yourself involved in this digital ID system and all of the regulations and the regulations and everything that come with it, it allows them to shut the door on you and to bring the MOTB. Because once you're inside the door and they shut the door, hey, once they bring that micro C-hip, that implantable, the charagma, what are you going to do? You're not going to have any option or any choice but to take it, or you're going to be, or, hey, you're just going to be killed. You're going to be starved to death. You won't be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to board a train. You won't be able to get food. You won't be able to do anything. And as we know, when faced with that situation, the average person will break, they'll bend, they'll accept, and they'll receive that MOTB. So I'm going to play about 5 minutes of this video, and you're going to have Redacted, Clayton and his wife going into exactly everything that we've been telling you these devils are getting ready to do. And they're going to bring in this other guy from the UK or Scotland, wherever he's from, basically showing you the same thing, man, that this whole system that they're setting up has nothing to do with immigration, has nothing to do with anything. It's all the only thing it has to do with is total control for these elites over you everyday average people out here, man. And it's what the Bible refers to as the MOTB. You see, because ultimately the CBDC is going to be within your micro C-hip, okay? And like we be telling you, all roads are leading ultimately to the MOTB. So let's check this video out. Lord willing, you can be edified, and I'll drop a couple of precepts and I'm going to close it. So let's go.
Kingdom arresting more people for social media posts overnight. A woman awakened at 2 a.m. to find police at her door once again. She's not the only one over social media posts that she's made. Fortunately, I don't think she was arrested this time, but watch out.
Please stay there. The reason I'm filming you is because I'm sick of the harassment. Every time I open the door to one of your offices, they are filming me. So now you know how it feels. Now it is 2:30 a.m. Can I ask why for a second time tonight you are disturbing me and my son in my home?
Yeah, because there's been made aware there's videos that have been posted onto social media, including those.
Oh, social media posts. 2 a.m. Police are coming to your house. This is the UK. And now the move towards a total 1984 style surveillance state is moving at lightning speed. I don't know how quickly this happened. We've been warning about it for years on this show. The rollout of the digital ID for everyone in England, making it mandatory.
Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal immigrants working.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that.
That's a mandatory ID card is what it'll help stop
Migrant boats?
illegal immigrants from working. That's the line there. That's the crock of shit that they're all
Did he
telling us right
literally
now.
say small boats? If I have a digital ID, that will stop the boats.
That's it. It'll stop the boats from coming. Digital ID is the prison cell that they want you inside of. You need the digital ID first, of course. Once they have that, then they move you into a digital currency, which...
Right, and the digital currency, I forget the guy's name. Basically, he asked him, what will a CBDC look like? And the guy raised up his hand and said, it'll be about the size of a grain of rice. You see, so that's why I said earlier, the digital ID is basically, you know, the door that they're walking you into that's going to eventually shut and lead you to the micro C-HIP, which will have what? Your CBDC. You know, it'll have, you know, instead of having the app or the digital ID shit on your phone, all that information and all that, your biometrics, everything that they'll need to identify, to track, to trace, and to have total control over you will be eventually on your micro C-HIP, man. And you see, and like I said, eventually, like people are going to protest. People are going to take it to the streets. They're going to fight. They're going to burn things. They might get violent. There might be some people even losing their lives. But at the end of the day, these elites are not going to, you know, stop. They're going to. This is the system that's coming. This is you know, the agenda that's on hand, and ultimately it's going to happen because it's basically biblical prophecy, man. You see.
Is coming. Friend of the show, the great Neil Oliver.
Salakia, and that's why I started with that Habakkuk, the second chapter. Though it's tarrying, wait, it shall surely come. This is a major end time prophecy, and we literally see it right at the door.
Scotland, one of the only truth tellers in that entire country, explains how the nicely named Brit card would control your entire life. Watch.
Brit card would link banking information, benefits, driving license, education, health records, housing, voting rights, you name it. If it's about you, it'll be accessed via your Brit card.
Yeah, he's right. And a new meme is going around today showing exactly how this would work. Watch.
Can I see your Brit card, please?
I don't have one. I don't have a smartphone.
Can I get another pint, please?
Sorry, sir. Your Brit card says you've exceeded your alcohol quota for this week.
Sorry, sir. Your Brit card says you've already flown twice this year. We're having to restrict passengers with higher than average emissions profiles.
Sorry, I'm afraid your funds have been temporarily frozen. Your recent social media post did not align with the government's narrative.
And you see, and this is why they want everybody on board on this system. So they'll be able to have total control, man. Yeah, you know, you'll have access to, you know, to a doctor. You'll have access to buy and sell, to go to the grocery store, to board a train. But as you can see in this little clip, it's going to be heavily controlled and restricted by the powers that be if you exceed limits that they deem to be, you know, over the top, man. It's just a complete welfare slave system that, you know, and they'll have total control. Your so-called freedom of speech, your freedom to travel, your freedom to, you know, live life as you seem fit, you know, according to what makes you feel happy. Hey, that's going to be a thing of the past, man. All right. You're only going to be able to eat so much beef every day. I mean, have access to so much meat, so much water, so much travel, so much of this, so much of that is going to be totally, completely controlled by the powers that be, man. All right. It's literally slavery, man.
Sorry, I'm afraid your Brit card says you cannot purchase any more meat this week as part of our commitment to achieving net zero.
Yeah. Jim Ferguson is a former parliamentary candidate, journalist. He's also the founder of Freedom Train International. He's been all over this story. Jim, welcome back to the show from the UK. Great to see you, my friend.
Well, thank you, Clayton. Lovely to be on with you and Natalie again. Yeah, it's gone crazy in the UK. It just goes from one bad policy to another.
So walk me through like the rollout of this digital ID. We've seen protests over the past few days, people taking to the streets saying no for the digital ID. They'll probably be arrested, of course, because you're not allowed to speak out like this. But walk us through exactly how this will work and affect you in the UK.
Well, this is the first opening salvo in the whole dystopian nightmare that is the surveillance state. The globalists are absolutely adamant that they're going to push out this digital ID. And they're using the excuse of mass illegal immigration, but nobody's believing that for 1 second because there's no truth to it. What they're looking to do, Clayton, is to make sure that everybody is put under this system. And of course, this is just the very first start of it, because central bank digital currencies, as you quite correctly said before I came on, is their secondary position.
Right, and like I said, the CBDC is going to go hand in hand with your micro CHIP, man. You see, this whole this digital ID is to get you in the door. And once they get you to comply with the digital ID, then, you're going to have to be subject to all the mandates that come with it, And then that's when they'll be able to shut the door on you and bring in that second phase, which is the MOTB, the implantable micro CHIP. Because you see how people, they don't want the digital ID. They don't want that much information to be given into the hands of the powers that be. People think that, well, I have a driver's license, I have a social security number, that's enough for you to be able to identify and to know who I am. But these devils are taking it, to a whole nother level, to where, that's not enough control. That's not enough surveillance. That's not enough power over you, So they are going to take it to the extreme step, which is the charagma.
And that will link all of our bank accounts, everything that we do, to a central system. And if they don't like what we're spending our money on, if we speak out against the state, they can effectively unplug us from society. I honestly can't emphasize this enough. It is absolutely a nightmare, and it won't stop at the UK. This is what the globalists want for every country, especially across the EU.
Right, and it's going to come here to the Americas. So let me get this, because like I was saying, no matter how much you people protest, no matter how much you try to, say you don't want it, these devils ain't hearing that shit, and they're not going to stop. They don't care. This is their agenda. They feel like they're the masters, they're gods, they're the overlords, and you're just the sheep and the cattle that needs to just obey and shut the fuck up at the end of the day. All right, this is Psalms 58:1. It says, I'm reading the NLT. It says, Psalms 58:1, justice. Do you rulers know the meaning of the word? Do you judge the people fairly? Absolutely that. No. You plot injustice in your hearts. You spread violence throughout the land. These wicked people are born sinners. Talking about these global elites, man. The kings of the earth. These Edomites. It says these wicked people are born sinners. Even from birth they have lied and gone their own way. They spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen, ignoring the tune of the snake charmers, no matter how skillfully they play. Right. No matter how much you protest, no matter how much you explain what they're doing is absolutely stupid. It doesn't make sense. We know that it's not in our best interest. It's a violation of everybody's rights, their constitutional rights, their God-given rights. These devils are not going to listen, because ultimately, they're the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. And ultimately, they have their plan and their agenda, and they're sticking through it. They don't give a damn how much you people bitch, complain, moan, march. They have it set in their heart that this is the agenda. This is why they have the Novus Ordo Seclorum. This is why they have it written all over the dollar bill. This is what these devils have been trying to establish for many, many years. And they're not going to let you people protesting and marching or figuring out that they're full of shit stop them. Because you're dealing with the wicked, man. And that's why the only thing that's going to stop this devil is the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach, man. The right hand. He's going to come and annihilate and to destroy these devils, all right? It says, break off their fangs, O power. Smash the jaws of these lions, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. May they disappear like water into thirsty ground. Make their weapons useless in their hands. May they be like snails that dissolve into slime, like a stillborn child who will never see the sun. The Most High will sweep them away, both young and old, faster than a pot heats over burning thorns. The godly will rejoice when they see injustice avenged. They will wash their feet in the blood of the wicked. And then at last, everyone will say, there truly is a reward for those who live for the Most High. Surely there is a God who judges justly here on earth. All right. And that's what's going to happen when Yahweh Shai comes back. But up until then, hey, this devil is going to move forward with this agenda, and he's going to get it up and running to a certain point. And he is going to micro C-hip a whole lot of you people out here, a lot of you Israelites, a lot of you heathen nations out there before it is all said and done. Okay, but we're just showing you, where things are headed and what this man is ultimately trying to accomplish.
The UK, this is what the globalists want for every country, especially across the EU.
Now, what is the rationale?
But that was it on that. I mean, it's more information in there. It's a good video, but I got pretty much what I wanted out of it, because this is what we've been warning and telling you about this whole time, man. So let me go here in Revelations 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had life to give power unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And I'm not going to go to it. But when you go to that word kill, the root word is apo, which means a separation. You see, because this new, of course we know that, the beast, the dragon, is speaking about the ancient Roman Empire. But now we're living in the revised Roman Empire, which is America, NATO and the EU. And this technology and this whole digital system, this whole AI infrastructure that he's establishing is what he's going to force you people to worship, is this digital system. Which, as you can see, that guy Starmer said, basically, if you don't get a digital ID, you won't be able to work. Basically, they're telling you, look, if you don't bow down and worship and accept this new system, take this digital ID, give us total control. It's for your safety. It's here to help you. It's here for this, blah, 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 blah. And eventually, if you don't take the charagma, you'll be killed, man. Basically, you won't be able to function in society. You see how they showed you how that one person, how she was getting harassed by the police because she was putting up certain social media posts that the government didn't like. So now what? She's being harassed. They're threatening to take away her freedom just because of her information that she was posting online. And eventually, like the guy Starmer said, if you don't, in the UK, it's mandatory. If you don't take that digital ID, you won't be able to have a job. And what is having a job here in society pretty much is pretty much your livelihood. Because if you don't have a job, you can't pay bills, you can't buy food, you can't buy clothes, you can't do anything but just be a goddamn bum. You'll be totally, you'll be, out on your luck. You'll be, canceled out of society. And this is the system that they're getting ready to force upon everybody. So if you don't eventually acquiesce and bow down and accept this digital ID system and eventually take his charagma, you're going to be killed, man. You're going to be totally separated and outcasted from society, man. You won't be able to buy or sell, have an apartment, get on a train, fly, eat, drink, anything. You see? It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word mark is charagma. And like I told you, eventually the guy in the video said digital IDs is going to eventually lead to what? CBDCs. And that one guy said that a central bank digital currency in the future will look like something about the size of a grain of rice, man. And I ain't got to, you should be able to put that together. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. So eventually, if you don't pretty much bow down to this new digital ID until eventually the final phase, which is the charagma, the micro C-hip, you won't be able to buy or sell and you'll be killed. All right, separated. And then eventually, you'll be literally killed. It'll probably be a crime in the future if you don't have one and they catch you out and about without, the CBDC, to be locked up, put in detention centers, have your head chopped off, and or deleted in some kind of way, man. But at the end of the day, we see where all roads are leading, and these devils, they're not going to stop, man. All right, they're going forward with it, and it's our duty to warn you and to let you know at the end of the day, under no circumstances are you to take this man's charagma or that micro C hip, man. You better be willing to lay it all on the line and go back to the spirit world rather than taking that man's mark, you know, and receiving that charagma, because it's a certain death either way it goes, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you're edified. To the next one, Shalom.